Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Our Modern Farmhouse with Pat and Kat. I'm Kathy, and thank you so much for being here and tuning into our channel. We are excited to bring you the finished basement series number 4, the gym. If you are a new viewer, thank you so much for being here. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell so you receive notifications when we have a new segment out. You don't want to miss a lot of these segments. And if you are returning, thanks again for being here. We appreciate y'all. So today we are talking about the gym. So we have been busy this weekend. We got the ceiling painted. We got the can lights in. We got the walls primed. We're putting the floors in tonight and should be done tonight. And hey guys, when I say we, I mean him. I mean Pat.
I don't know where this we comes into play, guys. I mean, because Kathy comes down. She does come down to see how I'm doing, but doesn't stick around long.
Well, that's because you're picky.
Well, I am a little picky. She gets really overwhelmed with all the work that's going on. I mean, if she wants to pan out there and just look and see.
Yeah, look at that, guys.
Stuff is
look
out
at that.
there. It's kind of crazy. Stuff everywhere. Dirty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I get a little overwhelmed, and so I have to go upstairs for a little bit, and then I come back down.
About every 15 minutes. How you doing? Right? So like Kathy said, so we've been busy here. Last weekend, we got, Saturday, we got the hickory half wall put up. So stay tuned to the end of this video. We'll take you over there and show you guys how that turned out. It turned out really nice. Sunday, I decided to grab some of the leftover paint that the builder had left when they built the house, ceiling paint and whatnot. So I grabbed the ceiling paint and I just started painting away. So we got the ceiling painted in here. It took probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get it done. When you're rolling this knockdown, you pretty much got to go one direction and then come back over the other direction to make sure you get all of the little cracks and crevices that's in knockdown covered. So it took about, let's just call it 2 hours. Once I get done with that, I really kind of wanted to just keep moving, but I didn't have any primer, so I had to run to the store. I picked up 3 gallons of Kilz drywall primer for new drywall. So that's what you see on the walls here, guys. It turned out pretty nice, actually. So it's got a little bit of a gray tint to it, kind of like a whitish gray, I guess you could say. So I think we're just going to leave that for now. Eventually this will get painted, probably the same color as the rest of the basement, but just to kind of get this project out of the way and get this kind of done right now, we're just going to leave it as it is, and then we'll come back at a later date and paint it. You will have to, with new drywall, when they sand, they'll mud all your seams and everything, and so you do have drywall here that is kind of a little scuffed up. So once you put that primer on, you really kind of just need to go over the entire wall with some sandpaper, just to kind of smooth it all out to get it ready for paint. So that's a big job just in itself, guys. So what we started doing yesterday actually is I went to Dick's. We wanted to get the flooring done in here because the flooring's looking pretty bad. It's covered in sheetrock residue, dust, so I got it all vacuumed up. I ran to Dick's. I picked up all of these packets of gym flooring. So these are 24 by 24 square by 3/4 inch foam. This is their the Fitness Gear premium floor. So there are a little better grades that are more rubber than foam. Those are probably like anywhere between 69 and 89 per 24-foot square pack. This was $39. So it'll work out good for us. What we had before was we had a package of this. We had a package from Academy. We had a package, the really cheap package that I bought from Harbor Freight. So it's kind of just pieced together in here. You can still see concrete flooring. So we wanted to just get it done, get it in, move all the equipment back here in here so we could get this room going. And so that's what we've done. So between last night and tonight, I've got pretty much all of it done. I've probably got about 85% of it done. I've got maybe like 8 squares left to go. The room does 45 though, so coming over to where the door enters the gym, there is a 45-degree angle here. So there's a little bit of measuring that I had to do to get that cut to come across and then flow down this wall here. So that's what I've been doing. So I'll finish this up later tonight, but we just wanted to kind of give you a recap of where we were. So we've got pretty much everything installed here. I installed last weekend after we got everything done. The ceiling was dried. I got our heavy bag hung. So that's in. That's lagged into the joist above. This is where it's set before when it was when the sheetrock wasn't in. So I used my laser level to basically mark it before sheetrock went in, so I knew exactly where those joists were going back in through the sheetrock. So that's one thing. The other thing I did is I put Bryce's. We got Bryce this battle rope, this 2-inch battle rope for his birthday last year. So we got that installed. So what I did is, prior to sheetrock going up, guys, again, when you're building your own home, you can do some things that are a little bit different than maybe if the builder is building it for you or you're hiring a crew to do it. I've got 2x6 blocks in between the studs. I've got it attached to the sill plate below and in between the studs here. So I've got a block here that this is actually screwed into. I've got other blocks in the walls over here that I'm going to hang. You can't see them, but I've got pictures on my phone to remind me exactly where they are, so when I go to put them in there, I know where I need to mount them, but they're somewhere about here. I've got more in here, so I'll mount my attachments here for bands to attach to do different workouts with those. So we got the treadmill installed, we got all of our plate weights over here, we got the bench in. I haven't installed any of the cover plates in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and put those on since we're not ready for paint. I'm just gonna go ahead and put all the plates on all the outlets in here. That's something I gotta get done. So our switches, guys, all the lights in this house or in this basement right now are all being switched from the panel. So when you come down here, you actually have to go over to the panel and flip 2 breakers, turn all the lights in here. So getting switches and dimmers installed. Got an outlet up here that's gonna be in for a TV. I'm gonna put it on a swivel mount so it'll actually swivel out. So if you're on the treadmill and you wanna watch TV, you can do that. We gotta get a door in, a storage area back there that kind of wraps around the stairs. So get a door in there. I'm gonna build a mirror that'll actually cover this opening that goes into our storm shelter. So I'm gonna do a French cleat that'll actually hold wood. I'm gonna build a frame and then I'm gonna put a mirror inside of that. So that mirror will, it'll cover probably 4 inches on each side. So it'll be a pretty nice mirror. I've looked at buying mirrors online, guys, or looked at full gym mirrors, and they're pretty expensive. So we're gonna go the low cost route because we got a lot more to do out in that area out there. So we're almost there. Ceiling fan, I was gonna pick one up today and didn't get around to it. So tomorrow I'm probably gonna get a ceiling fan picked up and installed. We're gonna do industrial? Just kind of an industrial looking ceiling fan. Yeah. No light kit on it. Probably do something in black. That'll sit up close to the ceiling. So something kind of like what they call a hugger or something that's kind of like flush mount, so it's not hanging down. So if we're working out in here, we're not going to hit it or anything. But other than that, we just wanted to kind of give you a little walkthrough of this area so you see where we're at here. So we can go ahead and work out in here. But let's go here and take you over to our hickory wall and show you how that thing turned out. Watch your step in here. It can be a little dangerous.
Especially
if you've been down here drinking and working.
Oh, gosh.
That doesn't happen until after all the cuts are done because you only want to cut once. So anyway, here's our hickory wall, guys. It turned out pretty nice. If you saw our last video when we weren't finished yet, we had it, I was probably about 80% done. It is completely finished now. I've got a top cap on it. I actually used some leftover hickory and ripped my own trim pieces to go across the top. I ripped extras for the sides that'll sit next to the wall, and I also ripped some that'll go along the bottom for the flooring when we get the tile all installed here. So that'll be that. We're gonna leave it the natural color. We decided we're not gonna stain it. We're not gonna do anything to it. We're gonna leave it this color that it is here. So that's how it turned out. We really like it. Some things that we wanted to this weekend. So this weekend's project will be to paint this ceiling. Get this, this is gonna be a feature wall like we talked about last week. Get this feature wall primed and painted. And we're gonna do a dark color. I think we picked out this Sherwin-Williams color called Jagged Granite. Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
think it's called Jagged Granite. So it's like a darker gray granite color.
Yeah.
And then we picked out a online gray or some other gray color. They go really nice together. So the other color will be what the majority of these walls in here will be. So,
yeah.
So again, my goal, prime these walls, get it painted, paint the ceiling, get speakers installed, and get our lights installed over on this wall as well. So hopefully that gets done this weekend. If that does, I want to start on the bathroom. So the bathroom area will get the ceiling painted, walls primed. Not going to paint those yet, but I just want to get them primed, ready to go for paint. So that's done. And then Kathy's room over here, we'll go down here, guys, because I know she showed you maybe 3 or 4 videos ago what her room looked like, but kind of talk about it a little bit and why we did it the way we did it. So she wanted this little nook area for her little, she's calling it her girls' room, right? So the thing that was a little challenging is in any house, you're gonna have ductwork. And we had ductwork that ran in this room out over here to about here. So I didn't want a soffit over here and not to have a soffit over here. So what we did is we framed out just to the edge of the ductwork and then went back up to the 9-foot ceilings. So I had them do the same thing over here. So we basically just measured how far we had to come here. We came out the same distance over here and we created this vault ceiling in her room. So now we're gonna hang a chandelier up here. We've got wall sconces, some barn light type wall sconces. We've got speakers in here. So it's gonna be pretty cool. This will all be shiplap in this area. I haven't quite decided what kind of shiplap we want to do. You know, you can buy the pre-made, like MDF shiplap.
It'll be white.
Well, it will be white. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to make it myself using like a common board and do a nickel gap, or if I'm just going to buy something that's already designed for shiplap.
And then the ceiling will be the tongue and groove cedar, correct? Yeah.
Well, it won't be tongue and groove. We're going to use 4-foot cedar pickets, flat top pickets, like we're going to do on the wall over there. So it's not really a tongue and groove, but so this will all be cedar. So depending on how fast I move this weekend, which sometimes I move at my own pace, so sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not quick. If I can get that area done and the work I need to get done in the bathroom done, then I'll get this ceiling painted, the inside of the vault painted or primed, and then get Kathy's cedar ceiling up. So I tell you, once we get this and we start getting the wall painted and get color on it, I think it's going to start coming along. But as you can see, there's still a lot to do down here, guys. But we're moving along pretty good. And we knew doing this ourselves was going to take a while. And we're coming up on about a year from the time we first started at this point.
We didn't do it all ourselves. We hired somebody to do the framework, and we hired a crew to do the sheetrock and hang the ceiling. So now, and then we'll hire someone to do all the tile, but you know, Pat
Kathy
did
wants
all.
to hire him to do the tile, but I'm thinking I could do it. I think I can do everything, guys.
Well, he
Don't
can,
most guys
but
think they can do everything.
Well, yeah, they do. But you know, I mean, you only have so much time in a weekend, you know.
Yep.
So, or in a weeknight.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at. So hopefully I get all of that done this weekend. And if I do, then that's just getting us closer to the next step. So, anyways.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful, you guys. We're so excited.
Hope you guys like it. I know we talked about these outlets last week. I just want to talk about it real quick, okay? So in our last house, we did our own basement as well, and I did frame everything in that basement, and I did a lot of work.
Yeah, he did.
So we have all these bar signs and neon signs and those kind of things. So we put outlets up high, and we're just basically switching our outlets on and off. So we leave all of our bar signs on. We don't have to pull chain them and turn them off manually. All we have to do is walk over, hit the switch, and boom, they all come on, which makes it really nice.
Yeah, like he thought of everything, like things that people would not normally think of. Like in the gym when he told y'all he used his laser and marked the bag where it goes. Like who would even think to do that? But yeah, no, he is very proactive and make sure things are done and we don't miss anything. So yeah, it's going to be awesome down here, guys.
So thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you like it. It's coming along, and stay tuned for our next video.
Yep, absolutely. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.